It's a Miracle Bounty Hunter, and it's a Kuroki Arc Warden, ladies and gentlemen. Team Liquid. I mean, as you said, Kat, we know Kuro and his pups, he loves to play carry. He's going to do it, and we know Miracle, he absolutely loves to play the Bounty Hunter. He loves picking this hero, and they're switching it up, Liquid. They're switching the roles round. I can't wait to see how this one works out, Cap. This is a lot of fun.
Hey, he started as a carry. He had to move into that support role. Kuro, he's always been kind of a greedy support. He wants to be able to be that playmaker. He wants to be able to carry the game. But as the captain, as the hard 5 position, he's accepted his role, buying wards. But here in this game 2 against Fnatic, he's finally going to claim his favorite role.
And they're doing it in a game where there's a Broodmother. Like, we've seen Broodmother games get pretty nasty. I mean, how good do you feel this 5th pick Brood is for Fnatic? Is it a pretty good Brood game?
Oh, it's very good. Yeah. Because it takes over the map. First of all, it's going to be able to do well in the laning phase, and then it's going to be able to take over the map. And I think that's one thing that Arc Warden, quite a slow hero, needs to be able to slowly build up that farm, go for the split pushing, etc., etc. A Broodmother's going to pressure your towers, and is going to be go, go, go. It's going to take over the jungle. It's going to take these towers, and Arc Warden won't really give you anything to stop it. That's going to be up to the other 4-man of Liquid. They've got a Bounty Hunter, Puck, Elder Titan, Viper, all very early game, aggressive, battling type heroes. So it's pretty much going to be oftentimes a 4 versus 4, and Liquid are going to have to find ways to shut down that Broodmother with some ganks.
Oh, a lot of eyes on her. Yeah, Kuro's Arc Warden to see what he can pull out. We know he's a man that's pretty hot with the micro. So we'll see how he's able to gear it up this game. And as we say, you know, Miracle Bounty, these are the sort of the sports that he does like to play. Sort of aggressive roamers and having that heavy impact in the laning stage. Let's see how well this swap goes for them, or if Fnatic will be able to take advantage, because we said Fnatic, they do have a very scary draft, not just the Broodmother, but definitely the team around it, this Universe Tide, the Envy Razor, which they do love to pick first pick every time that they can get the chance to. So Fnatic will be feeling very comfortable with their roster this game.
Whenever I think about good Arc Warden games, it's usually a lack of hunters, similar to the way you're going to be playing a Tinker, but also no real gap closers to be able to get on top of you. No heroes like Death Prophet that are going to be able to reach their damage through your magnetic field, through your bubble that is usually protecting you. And there is not a whole lot here on the side of Fnatic that's going to be real good versus that Arc Warden. Mostly, they're just looking to take the tempo away from Liquid. They're going to try and push the pace of the game, and that is probably the best counter to Arc Warden that they have. No individual hero is going to be good against it.
At the moment, the mid lane, as it starts, GH will be there, backing up Matuma Man, making sure that Abed has a very tough time getting these early levels. They look to fully control all the denies.
You really need to punish a Broodmother at level 1 before he gets that spawn spiderlings, before he starts racking up those spiders, especially when your matchup is not really favorable against spiders specifically. So they're just looking to be able to get, as you said, as many denies as possible to slow down those first couple levels.
So far, they pretty much managed to get all of those. 5 for 4 on Matuma Man off this first wave. Getting that XP control that they hope to in the mid. Top lane, Miracle is going to be sitting around by the side of Mind Control, so they will try and put pressure onto this MV pie lane and slow down the farm of this Razor. And as sort of the panel talked about, Puck definitely one of those heroes that doesn't have to worry too much about the static link as long as he's not using that orb aggressively. Always will have a chance to jump himself out of range.
So yeah, I love the fact that Fnatic actually have dual lanes going on right now. I feel like DJ and his Tusk is going to be one of the better ways to try and put some pressure on Arc Warden. Otherwise, in a 1v1, Tidehunter is really going to suffer. And I don't think they need the extra help in top lane, because Bane matches up against the Bounty Hunter relatively well, and then Razor versus the Puck is also a good matchup. So Fnatic probably setting themselves up for the best lanes that they can. DJ can rotate into mid later on to the game when we do have a bunch of spiders. May see a level 3 or level 4 gank from him, Matuma Man. Just an Ice Shards block with the spiders running at him could mean first blood.
Let's see what he could do with this double damage. Same time up top, a bit of a go being made with the Nightmare and the static link. That will buy time for Mind Control to lose a lot of his right click there. Zenby will be able to take quite a substantial amount. Mid lane, they go for the roll in. Look for GH, but that double damage, the sharp block as well. Fnatic will find first blood. Going the way of Abed on the Spider.
Yeah, you have that many spiders out, and Ice Shards could actually just be kind of a permanent block. The spiders won't really let you get out of those Ice Shards very easily. They just continue to run at them, but Miracle.
A little over-aggressive there on the bounty. Does fall in mid lane again. The shards blocking off Matuma Man. Matuma Man's going to fall. 3 kills for Fnatic within the matter of a minute. Making the plays here. Punishing that of Liquid. There's a couple of calls on the map at the moment. Who's struggling in CS. You look towards KuroKy on the safe lane Arkward, and that pressure really amping up on him as he is 6 for 1 against Universe's 17 for 1. As you said, the dual lane decision from Fnatic absolutely working out there. And up top, getting the kill and also substantially limiting the farm that Mind Control can get. It's working out. 5 for 2 on the puck against the 13, and 13 denies as well from Envy's Razor.
Thankfully, Liquid is going to finally switch up the lanes here. They're going to put the puck up against the Broodmother, but the lane's already too late. It's Mind Control level 2, a Broodmother level 4. Plus, Puck doesn't really have the damage from his nukes. Even if he was an equal level, he doesn't have enough to actually kill the Spiderlings, thanks to some of their magic resistance.
And if he goes to use the orb, Arbed is going to straight away just make a beeline immediately on top of that puck. Run for him, and these right clicks of the Spiders will certainly add up. So Mind Control has to play incredibly safe each time he orbs. Top lane. GH does find the sleep onto Pi. Miracle trying for the chase down, but the brain set brings Miracle down low. He's trying for these body blocks here, buying time for Matuma Man to close the gap. The backup's there from Envy, comes in with the static link onto Matuma Man. Pi still alive for now. GH trying for the chase. Will be able to finish it off. Now GH going for the stomp. Holds back Envy, goes for the TP out. Too much damage here at the moment, stolen by Envy. Doesn't want to fight, but at the same time, down bottom, DJ getting the kill onto KuroKy. They move in aggressively, the combination of himself and Universe, and they're able to punish that Arc Warden.
Hey, this is going great. The Tidehunter, farming so much. Tide is a hero that really needs to be able to have a strong laning phase start, and then he can rack up those team fight items. Usually Hooded Defiance, maybe a full pipe. Get that later game Blink Dagger as well, because they're still going to need a bit of gap close against that Arc Warden, something to help get them catch.
All 3 cores just getting that slightly bit more farmed than that of Liquid. 2k gold lead at 5 minutes in. Doesn't sound like a large lead, but having it this early is pretty
Matuma Man's caught in the top lane. Oh, no. Eternal Envy goes for the early link before Pylai Dai is there. If he waits, they get the link, they get the Nightmare, then they're going to be able to at least shove Matuma Man out of the lane, if not kill.
Bottom lane again. Look at this aggression. Universe and DJ going in onto KuroKy. Miracle is there, starting to hit back at DJ. They have got the race pop down as well. Universe will tank one of them. DJ and Universe keeping themselves away from it for now. Miracle's presence will keep Kuro safe and force back the dive. Universe didn't quite have that 6, didn't have the Ravage. Did so, he may have gone in a little bit more aggressive. And talking about in aggressive mid lane, that's the overplay we're talking about. If Mind Control uses that orb aggressively, Arbed will simply run him down, especially with the medallion. He'll tear this puck apart.
Yeah, the best Broodmothers always leave one web in their cache just to be able to chase in those situations.
Bottom lane again, another attempt onto Universe, still hasn't got the 6, and this time Liquid, they're brought GH in as well, they've got the slow. Feel very tanky on this Tide. The Anchor Smash helping him out against the right click of GH. He's going to continue to run, but the Stomp comes through. But it's time for them to close the gap with the Spark Ray from the Flux. Universe falling down low as he slowly ticks down. They will get the kill. DJ is going to try and look for the counterplay. Coming in onto Miracle. Will find him. At the same time, Arbed actually managed to get Mind Control a second time. Liquid will clear up on the bottom lane, though. They get the double kill. Envy actually TPs in and make sure that Fnatic do still continue to get out on top. So they get the kills down bottom. As I said, Arbed, he immediately got that kill onto Mind Control after Mind Control came back into the lane. This Spider starting to be quite the issue despite Liquid's attempts to shut him down at the start with that dual lane from GH and Matumba.
Yeah, taking this mid-tier 1 tower, maybe in 7 minutes is going to be such a huge win because then it opens up the Radiant Ancients, which Abe can start farming. He can also start taking over one of the jungles as well.
Mid lane Pi. We get the catch on Mind Control. Fnatic do have to be a bit careful. There's 4 heroes at the moment of Liquid here. Miracle just giving vision onto Pi and Arbed. On the side, down bottom, KuroKy getting dove upon. Envy and DJ moving in with the static link. KuroKy, he's going to fall. This lineup, this bottom lane just constantly running at KuroKy. It's paying off. Fnatic, they're 9 for 3 at the moment. Pylai Dai is getting chased down a bit. The sleeps, holding back the both of them will help out. They get the stomp onto Arbed. Can they burst this Spider down though? It's so hard. Arbed with that movement speed will be fine. Pylai Dai has walked back into this one and will pay with his life.
Dead.
Arbed indeed for the 3rd time in what must be less than 2 minutes, killing off Mind Control on his own, and now they're rolling in for more. They close the gap on GH. GH goes for the stomp. The Spider's bringing him down so quickly, GH. He's got to run. Abed does have another web to lay down if he wants to go for the chase, and he will do. In fact, doesn't need to. The shards from DJ finish off GH. It's now at 8 minutes, 11 for 4, a 5K lead. I mean, we've seen in the past Liquid sort of do this role swap when they feel incredibly confident in a certain matchup.
Oh, he picked up the bounty rune and just revealed himself.
It pays off for Fnatic, that does, as Liquid's Miracle messes up there, gives away his position. 12 for 4. Could they may have gone a bit too far with this role swap, Cap?
It really does seem like it anyway. It's mostly the laning phase and the fact that Fnatic set themselves up so well. They managed to get a Razor versus a Puck with the Bane on top of it as well. They enabled the Tidehunter to start, so his laning phase was always going to go well. And the last pick, Broodmother, you can never go really wrong with that one, especially when it comes to laning phase.
Bottom lane, trying for an opening onto Envy. They have the Flux, Spark Waves coming through. Envy actually look at the turn with the Eye of the Storm. The Static then building up. He's just going to try and man up straight away. DJ comes forward, but Envy will fall. Liquid get the kill. They'll now look towards DJ as well. They might be able to get both of these. Universes coming forward. Does have the Ravage if they can close the gap. They get the Gush onto Kuro, continuing to chase down. Kuro and Miracle are in a lot of trouble. The Ravage comes out, actually grabs both of them. Universe, he's looking to try and get both out of this, and it pays off. DJ gets the double kill down bottom. Top lane Pi will force the aggression of Matumba Man. But again, it's this bottom lane, this constant pressure from Fnatic, keeping Kuro behind.
The only way Liquid is getting kills is whenever they put two cores in one lane, and oftentimes it's just a support. Maybe Eternal Envy's gonna die though.
They'll go for the Dream Call, Static Link, broken straight away as Matumba Man keeps his distance, but now TPs are coming through. Matumba Man tries for the TP and he'll make it just in time before Pi's in with the Nightmare to cancel it. Still Fnatic really starting to overrun this game too. Pressure now onto this tier 2 tower from Fnatic as they roll in onto GH. GH in a lot of trouble. They look for the control. He'll go for the sleep. Will keep him alive. Only just the urn still ticking him down. DJ trying to chase. He's got the shards in a couple of seconds. One more in the shadows down onto GH, but GH TP's back to the fountain. Will be safe, but Timmerman it's sharded, but Abed having to play careful. Mind Control's turned up, does have good burst. Abed has the life steal though, he's going to look to turn. Mind Control already using that orb to jump in aggressively, will lose his life. Matumba Man as well, getting brought down slowly by the spiders. Abed will fall, but Fnatic, they get both of these kills. Matumba Man does pick up the double kill from the grave, but at the same time, so does Fnatic. It's 16-8, 10 minutes in. Fnatic still with that overarching lead.
That actually feels worth it for Liquid because that means that Viper walked away with 1,100 gold from those 2 kill bounties. They were so far behind this early and they had some kill bounties racked up that it just meant that now we're going to have a Viper kind of back in the game. He was really suffering, and a Viper is not a hero that you can afford to be that far behind, but now 4,200, he's sitting right there next to the Tidehunter, and he's actually top of his team. Sadly enough, as it is for Liquid.
Kuroki down bottom. He has now got that Midas complete on the Arc Warden, so he will certainly be able to start this sort of catch-up game, try and get back on par with Abed, but as we can see, Abed, 6.3k net worth. He's about a couple of hundred gold away from having that Orchid. Of course, at a stage of the game where there's no sort of defensive items out yet for any of Liquid's cores, so quick silence and a chase down will dispatch of anyone on the map. Make it very hard for Mind Control to play his game. As we've already seen, he has been suffering on this puck. Just 0, 4, and 2. Every time he turns up into the lane that the Spider's in, Abed just immediately runs him down. And
that's exactly the problem with Arc Warden as a hero, is that for the first 30, 35 minutes, you don't really have any turnaround play when somebody gets on top of you. So Kuro still needs to be able to pick up his minus. He needs his boots of travel. He's probably going to need Shadow Blade, maybe Silver Edge kind of build, go for the Orchid later on. Like, he's going to need all of that before he actually starts feeling like a functional core.
Miracle will scout out the movement there of Fnatic supports. Both Pilot Eye and DJ will be spotted out by the Bounty Hunter. Miracle continues to sweep across. Vision, right, hurry up. Be a little careful. Will be shielded just in time as they keep it away from the scary Spider. Zabed just sweeping from lane to Liquid's jungle, feeling very confident. Trying to make a bit of a go onto him here. GH immediately having to go for the stomp. As soon as those spiders are upon him, he'll pop down the Earth Splitter. And to try and get the gold, it's not quite enough damage to kill the majority of the spiders off though. That ult used in vain, as it won't get him the gold he hoped for.
And as a result, they do spot that ward that was placed out by Liquid. To see some of these Broodmother rotations, they were hoping to be able to keep an eye on their own Ancients watch every single time that Abed went to farm those. And this is why, again, it's so important to be able to limit the Broodmother at that initial part of the laning phase, because once he does take your mid tower, then he really starts accelerating his farm so much, because he's farming like 3 or 4 different camps, as well as keeping that mid lane pushed in at all time.
Radiant's bottom tower has uninvited guests.
Lane pipe at the dust, maybe seeing if you could hope to find Miracle close by. Big clip Miracle, but Miracle off to the high ground. The rest of Fnatic are coming in though. They are looking to try and take a fight here. Universe does have the Ravage. On the side of it all, they're going to open up straight away with the shards, holding down Matuma Man. Fnatic find the Viper.
Oh, mind control!
They get him as well. He was farming low. Envy finds him with the plasma field.
Yeah, they had a ward set in place to be able to watch that offlane jungle. Again, it's also a ward that protects the Broodmother. That sort of aggressive vision. As a result, kill on a free puck who's just sitting at very low HP trying to farm neutrals because he has nowhere else to farm. All the farm's going to go to the Arc Warden right now.
Top lane, talking about that Arc. Kuro has to be careful. He's in a lot of trouble. Wrap around from Envy. Initiation from DJ Kuro trying to turn around this, but he's burst down. The punch comes in. They claim the kill. Envy will fall very low. They've got to get him out of here. And with the Earnest Shadows, Nightmare to hold back the other Arc Warden. They will keep that Envy Razor safe.
If only he had the Maelstrom finish, then he would have actually gotten a kill there. But Arc Warden, it feels like one of those heroes where if you have a bad start, then you just continue to be food over and over and over again. And it's looking like that here, where he's just not going to have that big impact.
Oh, and there's the Orchid. They've got to be careful here. Is that going to be enough for the soul burn damage? It is. They find, again, mind control. As Fnatic absolutely storming through this game too, as of yet. And mind control just struggling to have an impact on this puck. This is one of his roughest games, it feels.
Hey, and Abed, he's going to show Matuma Man how it's done. He is having a fantastic game. He is destroying Liquid right now, and he's not going to go for a butterfly.
He's not rushing the butterfly. No, absolutely not. And we're seeing it already, just the impact of having these more common items for the Brood. Abed, getting close to Universe, that full out pipe.
I like the fact that Fnatic's playing around the Broodmother right now because he is such a high net worth and it's such a valuable kill. Liquid are gonna try and poke at him. They're gonna try and get that kill somehow. They need to just to be able to get some semblance of map control back in their favor. But with this many heroes around, you've got Universe there, he's got a pipe and Ravage. When you've got a Tusk always able to provide some sort of saving mechanism, it just seems like an opportunity that Liquid cannot afford to tempt.
Lane, another kill. Fnatic rolling forward. Silence is there. No stomp from GH. Starting to get pretty brutal this game too. Fnatic continuing to move forward. As it is, Liquid really struggling to stop and slow down this train that Fnatic are riding.
Now, Fnatic know that it's very hard for Liquid to be able to farm their own jungle. It's just super easy to invade. So they're always playing top lane. So this is a smart little play here. The two supports are going to smoke up, wrap behind this top lane, see if they can catch any heroes at the Razor, then can run down. They
this wrap around.
Could get both.
DJ's looking for the opening, has the shards down. They've got the static link off. Shards actually sort of blocking him off though, so the link will be cancelled. They've got the gush slowed down onto Matuma Man. Mind control turns up, just only gets the silence onto the Bane. Matuma Man left behind, tried to turn with the right clicks, but he's been taken down. They'll send the orb out, but it's just not enough burst. They have the Ravage, the Fiend Script to hold down Kuro. As Fnatic just take kill after kill. The Spiders on the hunt for mind control. Will be able to get the orb out in time. GH with the stomp to stop Abed's chase. But they just can't stop hemorrhaging kills here to Fnatic. Liquid are just dying in any lane that they turn up to at this stage.
Normally,
they're just owning the entire map.
Yeah, this is where I would tell you, hey, they use Ravage and Fiend Script. Revive, just go right back in and fight. Sadly, Liquid are down by 11k, Owen. It doesn't matter if some of these abilities are on cooldown, you still can't fight back. So they just have to keep on split pushing. That's their only play, is just split push. And it makes it really easy for Fnatic to be able to read the map, go for pretty easy ganks all the time. Arc Warden still trying to pick up that Maelstrom, just about to get it, as well as his level 12.
Well, no surprise there. One of the, if you're considering just by deaths, the worst game that Mind Control's had in 247 games. And I'm sure he'll blame it on his teammates swapping roles. That's what he'll say. He'll say, who's playing this bounty hunter?
I mean, just by virtue of Miracle playing support, this has got to be also a record low game for him.
Sure, yeah, not often that you see Miracle with 2.6k gold at 17 minutes.
Bottom tower has a nasty situation.
24-8. And Liquid trying something a little cheeky this game, and Fnatic are just having absolutely none of it.
I mean, it really is just a very straightforward Fnatic draft, right? You have the Eternal Envy Razor, Space Creator, Lane Dominator, exactly the kind of play that we want to see from him. You have a Universe Farmer in that off-lane Tidehunter, and then you've got an Abed hero that can go off.
Blink Dagger finished on Envy as well. Liquid going to try for a play. They're smoked up. They've got the track on Abed. That, as you say, would be a massive kill for them to find. Track now wears off him.
Need the coil.
He's not going to grab him. Abed, he's out to the side of it. Just turn. Oh, mind control. Oh. I know we've had a couple of players swap roles, and we saw we not had a couple of players swap PCs, and someone else is playing on mind controls. As now, Kuro just gets run down. Fnatic are just moving in for more. Matumaman trying to hold back Abed. Envy's just up into the base, coming with the wraparound. The shard, they're going to trap up both GH and Matumaman. It's a triple kill for Abed. It's an ultra kill. Come on, give that man the rampage. They've got the slow. Abed's going in. There's the rampage for the Spider as Abed hits the godlike streak. 29-8, 17k lead. I don't know whose idea in the Liquid camp it was to switch these roles around, but I'm sure they're probably feeling pretty hot under the collar right now.
Hanging their head in shame, Owen.
It was a neat attempt. It was great to see. We were excited, and Fnatic apparently were even more so. They were like, oh, go on then. Switch it up. We will just absolutely crush you. 29-8, 19 minutes in, 17k gold lead. This is insane.
As the panel was stating, Fnatic would love a third place finish here because it just means so many more DPC points for them. Good counter warding there from Highlight Die.
Everything just falling apart for Liquid in this game too. Kuro, also got yeah, you say the Maelstrom done. He's still working on the money for the boots to travel.
Well, we at least have a Blink Dagger for mind control. That was a problem for them when they tried to go for that Broodmother gank, right? They didn't have that extra jump.
Only 75% cooldown efficiency. Miracle won't be happy when he sees Kuro only hitting 75. He would have been in the 90s, he says. Miracle.
I'm looking at this and I'm just trying to find a way for Liquid to do anything.
Are they allowed
in this game besides split pushing, right?
Are they allowed to swap PCs? That's what I'm wondering, you know. One of these pauses
think, you know, Miracle may be a great player, but I don't think all of a sudden he's going to make this Arc Warden a viable hero at 20 minutes in with only 7,500 net worth.
Oh, mind control?
Oh, instant silence on mind control.
All right, that was...
He saw that one because of the ward on the high ground, so he got the preemptive preemptive orchid on him.
Mike 0, 8, and 2 on mind controls. Puck, oh, he's having a rough one. But as I said, if you mind control, you are definitely blaming your team for this.
All right, Roshan time.
Yep, Fnatic just keeping the objectives clean. They're enjoying this one, you know.
And now he's gonna get a butterfly.
Okay.
After the BKB, gonna get a butterfly on Boone.
I think if you're Fnatic, you're fine carrying this one out. You're in a game where you have an 18k lead against Liquid at 21 minutes in. You want to relish in this, bro. You want to enjoy
you gotta savor it. You're like, how many times you just get to stomp Liquid like this? Not too many teams have had the pleasure of doing so.
There is just, of course, no way that Liquid can get to this pit. They have to let this one go.
Boots to travel up. So now we can start the real split push of the Arc Warden, where he just throws down his illusions. Thanks to the Maelstrom, he's going to be able to quickly push out waves.
Well, there we go. So as we can see, Miracle's net worth, unsurprisingly, not at a very good place comparative to his other games.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The question to me, Owen, is, does Liquid try this again?
I would love to see them try it again. But
after it failed so miserably, are they brave enough to do it 2 times?
Bottom lane, MV. The show would be a big kill if they can find it. They are going to surround him, but Envy does get the static link off. Mass TP's coming through. Fiend's Grip straight away onto Mind Control. Can they kill this Razor? They have the track. They have the Nightmare. The Snowball as well. They're buying time for Envy. Envy's still alive. Will they get him out of this one? He's still living. Envy will run off. He's not going to go down. The Nightmare save. He's got the blink out. Envy just won't die. As some clutch plays from Fnatic turn around. These very sort of desperate attempts from Liquid as they really just look like they're beating their heads against the wall right now. 21k lead. It's not closing anytime soon. That Midas efficiency, Kuro, I'm watching you. Get yourself out there. He wants to. He knows it will cost him his life. Here comes the creep. There we go. Top lane Envy.
Well, at least Miracle can always run around and pick up bounty runes. Not sure where else he's going to find farm, because it certainly isn't track kills.
Kuro at the moment just obviously playing it safe, pushing out these side lanes with the Tempest double. DJ, he gets his eyes on anything. They will look to at least stop that Spark Ray from pushing this lane too much. Quick Nightmare from Pi as he holds the lane position.
Bane and Shadow Demon, I think, are two different heroes that are pretty good at just being able to deal with the Wraith pretty easily. Just, you know, a Nightmare or Disruption or something. You want something that's not a very heavy commitment. It's the worst feeling in the world when the Spark Wraith is really powerful and you don't have anything to deal with it, and every single time you have to just blow a bunch of spells just to be able to kill to make sure your supports don't die.
Envy at this moment just having some of his XP taken away by Miracle.
Look at DJ, he knows about this. Almost caught Mind Control in the act.
Oh, the shards. They will give them the vision. Pi trying to find the Fiend's Grip. Mind Control can't get out. He is going to be gripped. Didn't get the blink off in time off the back of it. So, oh, he's still running. Has got the Spirit Vessel on him. Envy's there waiting, but yeah, the Duke out is not possible. Another death for Mind Control.
And that's what I'm talking about. When there are so limited plays from Liquid, it's very easy for Fnatic just to be able to consult the playbook and say, okay, if I'm Liquid, what am I going to be doing here? Well, they just keep on trying to split push top. They keep on just trying to clear through the waves. So DJ says, I'm just going to sit in the trees and wait. Eventually, a puck is going to pop out. We'll see if we can kill him.
Kuro. Good. Uses the Midas. Spark Wraith did get controlled, though, by Fnatic over the other side of the Radiance map. Now Fnatic. The question is, when will they try and push for high ground? As we said, they don't really need to. I mean, they can sort of just keep this game rolling as long as they want.
Well, not as long as they want. Like, maybe 30 minutes down the line,
sure. Well,
we'll be a little bit worried about Arc Warden.
Cool. Love to find that courier, but as we can see with Pi, making sure that that courier doesn't have to come any further out of the base than it needs to. Mid lane, the Burt jump in, trying to burst those spiders. Force in, they get the silence here. Matuma Man in trouble, Shard's blocking him off. Matuma Man's gone.
Very sick offensive use of the Force Staff there by Universe.
No Matuma Man for 40 seconds. Fnatic pushing in onto the base, trying to burst Starbed here, Liquid, but they just don't have the damage to do so. The magnetic field slowing down the push. Kuroki does his best to try and hold against this incredible power that Fnatic have built up to. Got the Earth Splitter coming out onto a couple. Arbe getting incredibly low. They jump in with a Ravage though. Universe, he finds 3. They've lost Mind Control. They'll lose Kuroki. They'll lose Miracle. There's 4 dead on Liquid. Fnatic, 26 minutes in. They'll look to break the high ground. They'll take tier 3. They'll take the racks as well. I mean, I wonder how Liquid's sort of taking this game. Do they feel bad about this one, or are they taking it in jest? As this game was an absolute beatdown. They're still holding on, but Fnatic just going from racks to racks. They move down to the tier 3 on the bottom lane as they're reaching onto a 30k gold lead at 26 minutes.
I just have to wonder if Kuro's just refusing to let the team surrender because he's savoring every second he gets to play carry, you know? Even if it means he's dead.
I mean, as you said, we might see him play carry again next game. But this game, as you said, not necessarily only the roles for us, but the draft as well. The 5th pick Brood, as we saw, Arbed played it perfectly. And Liquid will hold on. But they are now 2 racks down and quite far behind.
That
Ever
is
so
an
slight. Well,
understatement.
yes. Extreme far behind. In fact, probably the furthest behind but we've seen a team be in this tournament and still hold on to an attempt this game.
I'm telling you, man, it's all Kuro.
He wants to play.
He gets to play the Spark Wraith as well. It's like 2 carries.
Quid trying to lead in, coming in straight away aggressively, but Envy is there with the backup. Goes in with the static link onto Matuma Man. BKB's popped as well as Envy keeps herself on the target. Viper strike in its attempt to slow down Envy, but it's not enough to save Matuma Man. Matuma Man will fall. Miracle caught out as well underneath the sentry. 2 more kills for Fnatic. Can Mind Control get out of this one? He's going to try, but the Spirit Vessel ticking him down low. He has the phase shift, dodges the shards. Blink is back up, but the Eye of the Storm hits him hard. Envy gets the double kill. Envy, oh, they want to go for the fountain dive now. They've had enough of Liquid holding on to this game. Envy's not happy, but will this overextension cost him? They get the sleep. He will be forced back, but the Earth Split is coming in. Envy too speedy, though. Gets out of range of it. They're focusing this Razor, but the backup's there from Fnatic. Envy's safe, healed up by the Spirit Vessel. Miracle did buy back for that one.
Again, when it comes to team fighting with the Spark Wraith, they just have such an easy answer in the Nightmare. Until there's going to be some answers from that Arc Warden, which it seems like they never will, with this last push coming in hot from Fnatic. 10 more seconds, 1 final defense from Liquid with their puck. But it will mean Ravage is back up. In fact, there goes!
Straight in, onto 3, the snowball onto Kuro. Kuro's gone, Matuma Man's back in the fountain, and GG is finally called here in Game 2 as Liquid came out with a bit of a different plan. I don't think they'll do it again. It was not a success, as this game is entirely dominated by Fnatic.
Liquid definitely trying something out, not just the roster switch, but also I think the little bit of viability of the Arc Warden. But I don't feel like the last pick, Broodmother, it definitely won them so much of the draft, but I feel like Fnatic was already really well set up from the draft in their first 4 picks. Again, thanks to the Razor, they have this nice combination with the Razor Tusk or the Razor Bane. Like, those are 2 sick combinations, and then a classic Universe Tidehunter. So in the end, Abed, as long as they get a nice playmaking hero, Fnatic had to feel good about that draft, and even better about Miracle playing a bounty hunter.
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, I hope Liquid are stubborn and try and pull out something special again in Game 3. But at the same time, with this victory, Fnatic bring the series to 1-1, as they themselves are now 1 game away from securing the lion's share of the Dota Pro Circuit points on the line here.
Yeah.